This can be a very touchy subject, and I'll tell you why. Because strong man versus weak man comes down a lot of the time to perception or to a perspective, right? Societal perspective of what we deem to be a strong man versus a weak man. So there's the general there's the general profiling of a strong man that can look strong. He has maybe, he's very fit, physically fit. He maybe is very confident, very controlling, very dominant. And so that's the sort of profile that can be sometimes confused as strength, when oftentimes, as we know as coaches, that's a mask for a lot of insecurity. So what we do is, first and foremost, if someone comes to me, and I'll tell you, a lot of clients do come to you, male clients come to you, either from the very beginning telling you that they're weak and they need to be stronger as men, or throughout the sessions they start to sort of, as they get to know themselves better, they start to concern themselves with feeling that they are weak men. And this is fine. I mean, humility is a beautiful thing, so there's no problem with really understanding yourself and realizing where your weaknesses are. There's nothing wrong with that at all. So what we do though is we don't just focus on the weaknesses, we do a SWOT analysis of sorts. When I'll say, someone comes to me and says to me, especially the first session, they'll say, Andrew, I need your help, I'm weak. I will ask them, where's your evidence for that? Where's your evidence? Show me how you're judging or how you're gauging yourself as someone that is weak rather than strong. And then so I'm using a gauge the whole time, right? I'm using a measuring stick the whole time. And my measuring stick is this. For about 40% of my clients that I work with, they are men, they are Christian, they are father and husband, and they are also working full-time and usually wanting to give back to society, or trying to, or maybe they already are in some way. And so this is just a natural profile that I deal with for about 40% of my guys, because that's what I attract and that's what I promote myself towards when I'm marketing my services. So when I'm working with these guys, I will say to them that these are your measures of whether you are a strong man or not. And it's really simple, and I'll tell you what it is. Number one, if you're a Christian, is how is your relationship with God? Is it a strong relationship? Number two is how is your relationship with yourself with relation to God? Do you have a strong godly relationship with yourself? How's your sin life? Number three, if you're a husband, is how is your relationship with your wife? Really important. Is it a godly relationship with your wife? Number four is how is your relationship with your children? Again, is it God-led? And number five, how is your relationship with the community outside of your household? You see, we use those 5 things. And if there's boxes ticked for all those, then it means that they're not weak, they're quite strong.